Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anna. For those of you who are new here, hi, welcome. Today we are testing out Lethal Cosmetics. I have never tried them. They're an indie makeup brand that I've always been dying to try, and they recently launched their Nightflower palette, and it has duochromes, multichromes, as well as some mattes in here. These are depotable, so you can take them out. That's why the names are actually not directly in the packaging. It has a mirror. The names are on the back if you really wanted to know them. So I'm not a huge fan of that, just because when I do a tutorial or something, the names on the back of like this really mess me up. I always get it wrong, so I don't really say the names. I just kind of point to the colors in the tutorial, but they are cruelty free and vegan, and this is made in Germany. When I ordered this, it was $50, but I did use someone's code. I don't remember if it was like Angie's or if it was, I just looked it up and used someone's code, so I did save a little bit of money there. But I have always wanted to try Lethal Cosmetics. They always looked so beautiful, but they are more expensive, and I felt like this was the best bang for your buck with how many shades you're getting and the different types of textures. I'm gonna do a quick swatch through of the shades for you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and go row by row just because it's easier, but when I swatched these, I was a little bit confused because the mattes were really soft, but at the same time, they looked patchy upon first swatch. But then if I rubbed it back and forth, it just smoothed itself out. I had no problem with like pigmentation, but they are very pretty. I had no problem swatching any of the shimmers. It was mainly just some of the purpley mattes. Upon first glance, it would look a little bit patchy, but then it would like smooth out. So here are the first four. These are so beautiful. I love this kind of magenta-y purple. You have this duochrome that's like from purple to gold, but also a little pink in there. This one looks gold, sometimes pink. Just so beautiful. This one's like a brow bone shade, so you can't really see it that well. Go ahead into this row right here. You have this just straight up purple shimmer, super metallic. You have this blue that does seem to reflect a few different colors like pink, purple. This one I was really excited for. It's just kind of a grungy mauve. And this one is also a beautiful kind of multi-chrome. In the pan, it looks almost magenta from like red to pink, and then when I look in the monitor it looks blue to purple. So all kinds of crazy colors. I just think that what you get in this palette is so fun. So if you like purples and fun types of shades, I think you'll really enjoy this. Super beautiful. Here is that super smooth. Ugh, they're just so gorgeous. They're so pretty. Yeah, this one definitely stands out to me the most. I know that like on my hand it doesn't look that interesting, but when you see it in person, it definitely looks so crazy. And I love this grayish kind of mauve color so much. I used a lot of the shimmers in this tutorial. Hopefully it'll give you kind of a good idea on how they perform. And then the last row is mainly mattes. I feel like this shade's kind of the most boring shade. It's just kind of a light gray color. Again, super smooth and soft though. And then we have this other purple. It is different than the other purples. It's a little bit more cool toned. This one leans more pink, and this one leans more kind of that grungy mauve color. This one's like a deep blue metallic, and then we have a nice deep dark purple. So I feel like the tones, there's enough for a variety for all skin tones in this palette, which is nice to see. And I like that a lot. I love the purple shades that they chose for this palette. I personally am not a huge fan of blue metallic just because I don't foresee myself using the blue metallic that much. Nothing wrong with it, but I really prefer the purple tones and theme in this palette. But everything really is just beautiful, smooth, soft shiny. Perfect. If you want to see swatches like right away, normally I post those on my Instagram, which is For the Love of Glitter. I post my pictures, I do videos on there. So if you're interested in checking those out, they're on my Instagram. Let's go ahead and jump into the demo. This is the look. I stayed very purple. I was very excited to play with the purples. I love purple shadows, so we did a purple look. So let's get into it. To do this tutorial, I will need the outer sleeve because it is the only place where it has the names of the shades, which doesn't bother me normally, but the only reason why it bothers me now is because it's just a lot easier for when I'm doing the tutorial. I also don't want to like say the wrong names. I feel like that might be easy for me to do with this here. I think we are gonna start off with the brow bone color. I'm horrible at reading these ones. It's either Twilight or Moonbeam, but it is just this matte brow bone kind of type of shade. I'm really excited. They do seem pretty powdery. Just, that's pretty pigmented so far. I mean, it's just a brow bone shade, but you can see it, so it obviously has some good pigmentation. Next, I'm going into this shade here. I don't even want to, I'm sure I'm reading them wrong. But it is the more gray toned mauve type of shade, but there is quite a bit of kick up. I feel like you barely need to tap it to really get it onto the brush. I'm just interested to see, are these going to be patchy or no? Because when I was swatching them at first, they appeared like they were going to be patchy, but then if I like just blended it a little bit more, it was perfectly fine. It just took probably 0.2 seconds more worth of effort. It really wasn't a big deal. If you hear groaning, that is Squirt, my dog. This is a really pretty grungy purpley color. I thought this was just like a beautiful, I really love the purples in this palette. That's honestly what really drew me to this palette. Seems to be blending out pretty fine, but it does seem to take a little bit more effort than most, but it seems to build up really easily. So you might want to go in there little bits at a time. I think I'm going to brighten this up with this color right here. It's kind of more of this magenta-y type of purple. I'm gonna just kind of help brighten some of that. Just adding a tap, like a little tiny touch towards the outer edges. And I want it to look a little bit more pinky, like in the blended areas. So that's what I'm aiming for. So far, everything is working together fine. I didn't doubt that I would like this formula. I've heard good things about them. This just was kind of me finally pulling the trigger and buying it. It's taken a while. Underneath the eye, I think we're gonna start off with the brighter color first. Like as soon as I saw this palette, I'm like, these shades are like gonna be my yes shades. They're really pretty. Now we might take a little bit of this deeper dark shade right here. I'm excited. So sometimes deep purples like this do tend to be patchy, but I don't notice anything. Sometimes you don't really notice till you're blending out. I do have fallout, so I should have really tapped my brush off. Probably should do your makeup after, the rest of your makeup after with this one. Everything's blending really nicely though, like everything looks well blended, super pretty. We're gonna move on to some shimmers. We're gonna take NYX Glitter Glue first. Just gonna put some on our brush. There's so many pretty shimmers to choose from this show. Gonna be difficult. I feel like this is like my go-to look with palettes. Okay, we're definitely gonna go into this one first. This one looks like, I think it might be one of the multi-chromes because it goes from, when I look at it, it looks pinky magenta, and when I look at it in the camera, it looks blue purple. So I would say that's probably one of the multi-chromes. So let's go ahead and pack her on. That's beautiful. So pretty. Yes. I really love that. I love those types of colors so much. And then to fill in the rest of it, I think we're gonna go with this lighter purple. This one has almost like a light goldeny shifty purple. Has a little bit more goldeny pink. You can tell the difference between the two right there. This is a good way to see the difference between those two purple shimmer colors. But they're working flawlessly together. This one definitely has more pink to it. The other one has more kind of bluish flecks to it. And then we're gonna take this pinky on the inner corner. It looks almost like pinky gold. I don't know. So I guess we're gonna, yeah, definitely like some bright pink in there. It's got a strong pink shift for sure. Some under the brow bone, just a little bit. Dang, these are pretty. These are really pretty, and I feel like everything worked really good together. Yeah, there's, I don't know, everything looks honestly pretty flawless. Like, it's smooth, it's shiny, it blended well. I'm gonna clean up, finish up. Here is the finished look. I really love how everything blended flawlessly together. I didn't struggle with any part of it. The only struggle I would say is fallout. But other than that, I believe that this created a very beautiful look. It's just very cohesive. It's a very beautiful purple look. Overall, I am very impressed. I think the only struggle was the fallout from the shades. I love the color story so much. It does make me want to try more Lethal Cosmetics, but I am very happy with my purchase, and I think that if you're looking to try Lethal Cosmetics but you don't want to spend as much money, this is probably a good kind of starting point, because you do get such a variety of, you know, different types of shimmers and different types of shades. If you're someone who likes to have a ton of different colors in your color story to create different looks, this probably wouldn't be the best for you. You might want to build your own palette with them. But I personally really love purples and I love duochrome, so this palette will get used a lot. I feel like I could even just pair, you know, one of the duochromes with one of the purples and call it a day, and I see myself using this a lot. The only colors I don't really see myself using are maybe the blues, at least not as much, but overall I love it. Let me know what you guys think. Are you gonna get it when they restock it? Are you going to pass it? Let me know. I hope you guys are doing all right. I know things are crazy in the world. I'm constantly trying to keep up to date on what's going on. I hope you guys are safe, and keep praying for peace, and hopefully we will get there one day soon. Bye.